Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are here on the first SmackDown post Extreme Rules, and we'll be starting things off tonight with the UE boys, the Undisputed Era. And well, it wasn't particularly a very good night for these guys. Of course, the tag team Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish had an opportunity at the tag team champions, The New Day, in a tornado tables match, but unfortunately did not come out on the winning end, as you can see right now. And Adam Cole, well, it was even worse for him. He was the first man eliminated in that 8-man elimination match to determine the number 1 contender for Summerslam. And of course, that was won by Tommaso Ciampa, the Sicilian psychopath. But tonight, the UE trying to get themselves back in the right place, trying to get another opportunity of those tag team titles, trying to get a return match against The New Day. And today they're going up against, well, a new team here in Universe Mode. 2 men who've decided that it's going to be better for them to team up for the moment being. They're struggling to find their place on SmackDown, and maybe they just need to team up and go for those tag team titles instead. And one of those men, the first one coming out here tonight, is Ricochet. Now, of course, Ricochet has had a few opportunities, hasn't really gone anywhere for him, picked up quite a lot of losses. And maybe this is the opportunity that Ricochet needs. Ricochet now joining a tag team with his partner here tonight. Potentially, if this works out, of course, they could just lose their first match here tonight. You never know. But he is teaming up with Ali here tonight, and we'll see whether this works out as a tag team. Ricochet and Ali, 2 very similarly styled men in there, in the ring, acrobatics. We'll see how it works out for these two. But in our main event here tonight, and you're going to want to see this one. Of course, at Extreme Rules, we did have the Intercontinental Fatal 4-Way match. And now that match did end in some controversy. It ended with Braun Strowman and EC3 pinning Matt Riddle and Chad Gable at the same time. The referee was counting EC3's pinfall, so EC3 was crowned the Intercontinental Champion. But Braun Strowman and EC3, they were both pinning at the same time. They both got a count of 3. So tonight we will be having a deciding match between the 2 of them. It will be EC3 versus Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. We'll have to see who is really the deserving champion. But let's get things underway in this first match here tonight. The UE, Ricochet and Ali. Can Ricochet and Ali get on the same page here and be a good tag team here in Universe Mode? Or will the UE manage to get themselves back in the winning column, trying to get themselves back towards those SmackDown tag team champions in The New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods? Of course, we did see Kofi Kingston of The New Day lose his Universal Championship at Extreme Rules. You have to wonder what is going through his head tonight. But Seth Rollins, we already know who he's going to be facing at SummerSlam. It will be Tommaso Ciampa, and we will see Tommaso and his good friend Johnny Gargano, DIY. They will be in action against the members of the Church here tonight. Kyle O'Reilly working on the arm of Ricochet right now, overextending it over that top rope. Very dangerous maneuver there from Kyle O'Reilly, trying to work over Ricochet and now kicking to the side. It is very much in the UE's favour to probably work down one of these men, use those tag team offense that they're so used to, that they know so well. That is probably the best thing for these guys. Ricochet and Ali, they don't really know how to work with each other yet. Oh, that big shooting star press from Ricochet there, but Kyle O'Reilly getting the knees up and now straight back to the arm of Ricochet, setting up for that arm bar that Kyle O'Reilly would like to use in this match, like to tap out Ricochet with an armbar. We'll have to see though who is really the most dominant team here. Can Ricochet and Ali get their first victory as a team, or are the UE going to be able to get back in the winning column here tonight? Bobby Fish, wait a second. Oh, big kick to the shoulder into a big suplex there from the Undisputed Era. Of course, Adam Cole not going to be happy after his big loss at Extreme Rules. Another thing you have to wonder is how he's going to be feeling tonight. What is going to go through his head after picking up that big loss? Ooh, very close to a victory there for the UE boys. Bobby Fish now back on the offense, punching at Ricochet. and going back to tag in Kyle O'Reilly. Perhaps not the best idea, giving Ricochet the opportunity to tag in Ali perhaps. Is that what he's going to do? Yes, he does. Ricochet tagging into his tag team partner. The UE perhaps making a mistake there, allowing the beaten down Ricochet to be able to make a tag over to his fresh tag team partner in Ali. Oh, big spinning kick there to Kyle O'Reilly. Very nice stuff from Ali. And Ali just waiting for him and now hitting him off the apron. Is he going to go flying? Deciding that it is not the best idea right now. Just wait for him to get back in the ring. It's probably the best thing for you to do. Running the ropes to taunt Kyle O'Reilly right now, showing that he still has all the life in him, just with as he just did there with that big cut. I forgot what they're called. A big flip, whatever. Big flip. Kyle O'Reilly back in the ring, getting Ali in position after Bobby Fish managed to catch him with that errant kick. Ali getting the reversal back on top, and a big suplex there to Kyle O'Reilly. Big German suplex to O'Reilly. This is the thing, these two guys, they are used to singles competition. They're not necessarily used to this tagging, but ooh, big drop kick there. Big assisted drop kick from the outside. And now Ali calling for that rolling cutter. And he hits it on O'Reilly. Is that going to be it? Is that enough to put O'Reilly out in this match? 1, 2, not just. O'Reilly still in this match. Big kick there from O'Reilly, but Mustafa Ali managing to dodge out of the way. Oh, big punch there from Ali, managing to catch O'Reilly. Big reverse of Ali. They're getting that spinning heel kick onto Kyle O'Reilly right now. Ali and Ricochet certainly looking good in this one. The opportunity of being able to work as a singles competitor. Oh, double super kicks. And that's what they're doing right now. They're kind of working as singles guys in this with a very occasional tag. So there's been 2 tags from these guys. Lots more tags from the Undisputed Era. And that was a big dodge there from Kyle O'Reilly. That would have taken him out if Ricochet had hit that move. But the UE certainly working a lot more as a tag team. Whereas Ricochet and Ali, they are working as singles guys, just tagging into their partner whenever they kind of are needing the break. Whenever they kind of like, okay, actually this is a good point for me to get out there. I've taken too much damage. Whereas Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly really playing up the tag team offense, really being very clever with their tags. And to be fair, it's kind of worked out both ways for these guys. Kyle O'Reilly took a lot of damage from Mustafa Ali, but Ricochet took a lot of damage at the beginning with those frequent tags with Keith. Oh, wait a second. 930 on Bobby Fish. Is he going to go for the pinfall? No, he's not. He's tagging in to Ali right now. I thought that could have been it. Wait a second. Are we seeing some kind of combination here? Is he going to go straight into it? I think he is. 054. And that has got to be it. Bobby Fish got to be at 1, 2. No. Unbelievable. Somehow Bobby Fish kicking out of a 930 combined with a 054. Ridiculous stuff there from Bobby Fish, managing to kick out of that somehow. Now Bobby trying to take advantage, getting Ali into the corner. And a big load of suplex into the corner right there. I really thought that would have been the way the Ricochet and Ali were going to win this, but I guess because Bobby Fish was so fresh in this match, he was able to get out of it. Wait a second, what's Ricochet looking for here? Big springboard splash onto the back of Bobby Fish. And now Ali getting Bobby Fish into the corner. He's looking for the tag to Ricochet. Yes, he is. These two are really getting on the same page the further this match goes along. Super kicks again. But these two getting on the same page. The further this goes, they're getting more like a team. And the 930 once more to Bobby Fish. Is that gonna be it? I think it is. Getting rid of Kyle O'Reilly off the apron. Very clever. And now pinning Fish. 1, 2, 3. A big victory here tonight for Ricochet and Ali. The newest members of our tag team division here on SmackDown. And what a big victory that was. And as you can see, those two really did start to get on the same page. The further this match went, they ended up tagging more. They ended up working more as a team hitting that double team, 930 into an 054. And sure, Bobby Fish kicked out of it, but that was the inexperience of these guys as a tag team. I don't think anyone really should be able to kick out of that, honestly. I think that was just a bit of a miscalculation with how fresh Bobby Fish was in that match. But Ricochet managing to get the big victory here tonight with the 930. Brilliant stuff for these two. And I'm sure they'll be looking to try and get their way up to those tag team titles sooner rather than later. We'll have to see what happens with these two. But I think we've got a good new team on our hands. Ricochet and Ali looking to take over the SmackDown Tag Team division. Wait a second, of course, we saw Chad losing his IC title. What's going on here? Having some words with the coach right now. Seems quite a great... Oh my goodness. He just hit the coach in... Well, he hit a low blow on the coach and Chad Gable walking away. Well, I think that might be the end of that partnership. I think that might be the last we see of the coach and Chad Gable together, to be honest. It does not seem like it was the best way to end their friendship, but my word, Gable not happy losing his Intercontinental Championship, and I imagine he's not happy that he's not in that match later tonight to try and determine who is the true IC champion. But let's get things going with our women's division here tonight. We have Bayley out here right now. Bayley has had quite a lot of action here on SmackDown. It's not necessarily got her too far. She was in that Money in the Bank ladder match. She's been trying to get some big wins, but she's kind of been stopped every hurdle by whether it be Dakota and Nia, whether it be Kairi Sane, whether it be anyone else. There's a lot of people who've kind of got in Bayley's way to be able to progress here in Universe mode. But tonight she is going up against the former SmackDown Women's Champion, Kairi Sane, of course. We had a big TLC match at Extreme Rules between Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, Dakota Kai, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Toni Storm. Toni Storm managed to get out that ladder while everyone else was out of the ring. Nia Jax down, Kairi Sane down, Dakota Kai down. She was on top of that ladder and managed to get that championship down. And we have a new SmackDown Women's Champion in Kairi Sane. First time she's in action since losing her title, and I'm sure she is looking for a rematch. She wants to get the gold back on her side, but she has to go through Bayley here tonight, and this would be a big upset if Bayley was able to pin Kairi Sane here tonight. And of course, I imagine Toni Storm, our new champion, will be watching backstage, keeping a close eye on this match, trying to find out who could potentially be her next challenger, whether it be going up against Kairi again, or maybe Bayley gets the victory here and gets herself on a roll finally in Universe mode. Maybe she's going to be able to get herself in position to be in a #1 contender slot for the Women's Championship. We will have to wait and see, but of course Bayley does have her best friend Sasha Banks out here at ringside tonight. And these two have kind of been working together quite a bit in Universe mode so far. Tiny bit of issues hidden every now and again, but that's just what friends are. But Bayley and Sasha Banks, and of course we did mention on Monday Night Raw that there is the potentiality of women's tag team titles coming into Universe mode with the amount of tag teams that we had got in the Universe mode, and well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bayley and Sasha teaming up to go for those titles, those tag team titles sometime soon. I really would not be surprised to see it happen. Bayley lifting Kairi Sane up, and it's going to be quite an even start here between these two, to be honest. Kairi Sane holding on to Bayley right now, taking her against the ropes and lifting her up. Oh no. Is she going to throw into the ropes? Yes, she does. Oh my goodness. The way you bounce off those ropes is not good for you. They imagine, at least if you hit the mat, you know what's going to happen. You're going to go face flat into it. You go into those ropes, you're going to rebound off it. It's going to ping back in your face. You have no idea what's going to happen there. Bayley going for the pinfall, only getting a 1 count though. Needing a lot more to be done in this match before we get to the pinfall stages. Now Kairi getting Bayley up to her feet. Bayley reversing, getting an arm drag on Kairi Sane to take her off her feet. It's interesting to see though, Kairi Sane doesn't have her friend out here tonight. Obviously, we see Bayley out here with Sasha. In the past, we have seen Kairi Sane come out with Asuka. We have seen those guys team up. They have a good friendship, but No Asuka in sight here tonight. Kairi Sane just out here on her own, trying to get her way back to her SmackDown Women's Championship. But it's interesting to see. Maybe that's another team we could add to the team of the roster of teams that we have here in Universe Mode. They could potentially be going for those Women Tag Team titles, which hopefully will be coming into Universe Mode nice and soon. But we have to wait for an agreement between Batista and Shane O'Mac first. We have to wait for them to come to an arrangement of when they think it's the best time to bring in these Women Tag Team titles. Kairi Sane and Bayley, this is still pretty even between these two, going quite back and forth. Kairi Sane getting on the offense right now, getting a lot of moves, now going into that German suplex. It was a nice combination there, lots of fists to Bayley, and then catching her for that German suplex, taking her down off her feet, and once again another German suplex to Bayley. And now Kairi Sane throwing Bayley into the corner. What is she looking for here? Oh, never mind, we know what this is. We know what this is. She is setting up for that big elbow in the corner. Boom, there you go, taking Bayley down. And is she going to go up for the big elbow drop? No, she doesn't. Going for the pinfall on Bayley. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Kairi Sane. Kairi now stomping. Wait a second, we know what this is, the Captain's Hook. The Captain's Hook looking to tap out Bayley right now. Is Bayley going to be able to hang on, or is that going to be enough? Is she going to tap out? No, getting the reversal, catching the feet of Kairi Sane, pulling her out under her own weight. Very clever stuff there from Bayley. But Kairi Sane straight back on offense. Big Alabama Slammer there onto Bayley. Kairi Sane not letting Bayley get any offense now. She's really on a roll, but never mind Bayley. Bayley getting the reversal now. Big clothesline, taking Kairi Sane down to the mat and slowing the pace down a bit, allowing Bayley to try and get some control back with some big elbows to the chest of Kairi Sane. Going to slow things down right now. Wait a second. Bayley to belly. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Kairi Sane still in this. Catching out of nowhere that Bayley to belly. That was really sudden. I was not expecting that to come out there. I thought there was still a bit more offense to have to happen before that was going to happen. And now Bayley out to the top rope, looking for that big elbow drop of her own. Whoa. And there you go, the Bayley elbow drop. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Kairi Sane still holding on. Again, Bayley calling for that Bayley to belly. Wow, she really wants to take out Kairi Sane right now. But no, Kairi was ready for it this time. Bayley made the mistake of prepping for it, trying to call Kairi Sane up to her feet. She should have just pulled her up herself, and Kairi Sane wouldn't have been ready for it. But Kairi got enough sense to herself to know what was happening, got the reversal to the Bayley to belly, that desperate reversal, knowing that that could have been the last thing for her in that match. And now Kairi Sane back on the offense, trying to get Bayley down, hitting her to the outside. And what is Kairi Sane going to be looking for here? On the outside, not necessarily where she usually goes to, usually very fair in the middle of the ring. Big takedown there from Bayley. Bayley getting the reversal and now taking down Kairi Sane, taking her down to the mat. What's Bayley looking for here? I think Bayley's going to try and get her back in the ring. That seems like the most sensible thing to do. Yes, it is. Bayley getting Kairi Sane back in the ring, of course. This is just a regular match. You can only get your pinfall inside the ring. And Bayley calling for Kairi Sane to get to her feet. A big backdrop there onto Kairi Sane. And now she's pulling her up and trying to go for something. I don't know what it was, but she completely missed. Completely whiffed it. And Kairi Sane now managing to get herself back into this. Bayley though, elbows to the stomach. I'm not sure what Kairi Sane was trying to take Bayley, I think, to the corner. Maybe she was setting up for that running elbow to the corner. But no, Bayley has managed to get herself back on this. Kairi Sane losing her momentum again. Oh, slamming her over the knee of Bayley. Kairi Sane is really taking a lot of damage in this match. And Bayley going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, very close, very close. I'm surprised Bayley hasn't won this one yet, to be honest. This has really been Bayley's match. Bayley's hit that Bayley to belly. She's hit that top rope elbow drop, that homage to Macho Man Randy Savage. Wait a second. Ooh. Reversal between these two women right now. We know what this could mean. This could mean a future championship shot This is a very important match between these two women, and they are not going to go easy on each other. Bayley getting Kairi up to her feet. What is she thinking of going for here? Going for a sleeper on Kairi Sane, trying to send the former SmackDown Women's Champion to sleep. Is it going to work? But no, Kairi Sane bridging out of it. She bridged out of it and managed to escape from that sleeper hold from Bayley. Wait a second, Kairi now, big bridging suplex there from Kairi Sane. And here we go, she's going for it again. She's going for that captain's hook. Is Bayley going to be able to survive once again, or is she going to have to tap this time? The captain's hook, is it going to be too much for Bayley? Bayley holding on for dear life. This is a long old wait, but wait a second, no. Kairi Sane let go for some reason. Very interesting when Kairi Sane. Perhaps she thought that Bayley had been there for too long, that it wasn't going to work out in the way that she wanted. But Kairi Sane's still in control right now. Hitting that big driver onto Bayley and now going for the pinfall. 1, 2. No, Bayley still in this match after taking those two captain hooks, really working on her back, and then that driver to continue the work onto the back and neck of Bayley. Kairi Sane doing a lot of damage, and never mind, it's a third one. It's a third captain's hook on Bayley, and that's got to be it. It's the same way that Kairi Sane beat Dakota Kai. 3 captain's hooks, and that is too much for Bayley. Bayley having to tap out here tonight. The former SmackDown Women's Champion getting a big victory and perhaps getting herself in position for a rematch against the SmackDown Women's Champion Toni Storm. We will have to wait and see what Shane O'Mac decides in the coming weeks. But that was a big match between these two. A lot of back and forth, and I'm very impressed with how Bayley did. Bayley so close to the victory. So close. She should have won so much earlier. If she hadn't waited for Kairi Sane to get to her feet, given her the time to reacclimate herself to what was going on. There you go, there it was. That was the turning point, that reversal to the Bayley to belly. But Kairi Sane getting the big victory here tonight. And I'm sure Toni Storm, watching backstage, going to be looking on. To be fair, Toni's a fighting champion, I would imagine. I think she'll be happy to take on Kairi Sane again. But we will have to wait and see where this leads to. Will Kairi Sane get another opportunity as SmackDown Women's Champion at Summerslam? We'll have to see in the coming weeks. But big victory here tonight. And Bayley really showing what she can do. But now we have DIY in action here tonight. And Tommaso Ciampa, that man right there, is the #1 contender for the Universal Champion. Seth Rollins is Universal Champion, to be exact. And well, tonight they are teaming up. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa teaming up after, well, a bit of a ruckus between these two at the 8-man elimination match at Extreme Rules. There was a bit of a disagreement between these two. Johnny Gargano taking advantage of Tommaso Ciampa, trying to lock in that Gargano escape, but it did get broken up, and then Tommaso Ciampa stared as John Cena pinned Johnny Gargano, not doing anything to help his good friend Johnny Gargano. But they appear to be on the same page again here tonight. They are back out here together. Another team that is looking like they're back together tonight. Buddy Murphy is here. Buddy Murphy is here to team up with Harper. The Church is still together after the punishment that Seth Rollins has given Buddy Murphy in the past. They are still here as a team. Buddy Murphy took the punishment, took it like a man, and he is still here, still part of the Church, still looking up to his Friday Night Messiah, his cult leader, his own personal Jesus. He is still looking up to him, the Universal Champion Seth Rollins. And let's see how this one goes. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, DIY taking on the members of the Church, Murphy and Harper. While Seth Rollins watching a ringside in his suit. That suit, the only Universal Champion could make. He didn't make it himself. Could buy. Who has the money for that apart from a champion? It is a designer suit for Seth Rollins. Oh, that super kick, you hear that super kick from Johnny Gargano. My goodness, really catching Murphy, and Gargano tagging in to Tommaso Ciampa, the Sicilian psychopath. And of course, the man who will be facing Seth Rollins at Summerslam for that Universal Championship. All trying to go for a spinning clothesline, but Buddy ducking under the way, getting a big body drop there onto Tommaso Ciampa. Murphy throwing Ciampa across the ring right now. And now tagging in to the big man, to Harper. We haven't necessarily seen too much of Harper in Universe mode, but he is a very strong and quiet member of the Church of Rollins. And I'm sure he would love to go for those tag titles, try and get them with Buddy Murphy. We'll try again, another opportunity, of course. They did have an opportunity in the past. I'm sure they would love another chance to go with a New Day. 1, 2. Only a 2 count for that roll up from Tommaso Ciampa right there. Of course, Murphy, I apologise, Harper really does outsize both of these men, both Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Big kick to the gut there from Harper, and now taking down Ciampa with a big clothesline to the back. The big man all slamming Tommaso Ciampa's head into the ground. And you have to wonder whether this is really... whether Seth Rollins really cares about if these guys win. Surely the idea is they want to deal as much punishment to Tommaso Ciampa as possible. It's not like picking up a loss here tonight is going to prevent Tommaso from being the #1 contender. That is already set in stone. Maybe Rollins just wants these two to go and do as much damage to Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano as possible. Big arm drag there from Tommaso Ciampa, trying to get himself back in control. He has taken a lot of a beating from Harper and Murphy so far, but now Murphy taking big move there, driving him face first into the mat. Tommaso getting him back up to his feet, but Buddy Murphy reversing, throwing Ciampa over those top ropes. And now Ciampa staring straight at Murphy. Try to go for a drop kick and springboard drop kick, but went straight over the top of Murphy, hitting the referee square in the face. Not the best idea with Seth Rollins out there, but luckily for them, Seth Rollins is just watching on right now. He is not getting involved, not cheating at all. And now Ciampa showing that brutality, raining down punches on Buddy Murphy. And now Ciampa throwing Murphy into the corner, tagging into Gargano. Of course, if you haven't seen Extreme Rules, I really recommend going back to watch it. Especially, go back and watch that Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre match. Mr. Money in the Bank Drew McIntyre going up against the legend Goldberg. I would say that was the match of the weekend. The match of Extreme Rules. That big one-on-one, well, hoss fight between those two. Just smacking each other around. Claymore for spear. It was brutal stuff there. You have to wonder how Mr. Money in the Bank is feeling. But I'm sure he's always got an eye on that Universal Championship. Johnny Gargano trying to get himself geared up right now to go and take down Buddy Murphy. Very nice stuff there from Gargano. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count there for Gargano. Murphy managing to kick out of that one. Murphy's got Gargano. Where is he trying to take? Trying to take him out to the corner, I think. No, instead taking him down to the mat and now trying to work on the back, but Gargano rolling out of the way. Getting out of the way of that knee, knowing what was coming. And now getting an enziguri onto Murphy, but Murphy tagging out to Harper, the big man Luke Harper right now. Gargano getting in with a cutter though. Catching him out of nowhere with that cutter. And now Gargano escape onto Harper. But in the ropes, too close to the ropes. Harper managing to get his hand just over to those ropes. And another big cutter from Gargano. Out to the top he goes. And a big frog splash onto Harper. 1, 2. Oh, I thought that could have been it there. Harper just managing to kick out of that. Big super kick to Gargano. That's going to knock him. That's going to knock him for 3. My word. And a big uppercut there. Harper may have been close to the feet, but now he is on a tear. Super kick after super kick after super kick. Johnny Gargano not in a good position now. Harper is really getting himself into this, getting himself back on top in this match. But no, Gargano catching the legs of Harper, trying to take the big man off his feet. Always a very clever idea. But it wasn't enough. Harper back on the offense again. And is he looking for the tag? No, he's not. Instead, taking Gargano up to the top right now. Taking him to the top of the turnbuckle. But no, Gargano getting the knee up to the face of Harper, stopping the big move from happening. And he is getting... Oh, I thought he was going to go for that tag, but instead climbing up to the top rope. But Harper managing to get the tag over to Murphy. And Gargano now deciding to tag into Ciampa instead. Oh, catching him with a big knee straight to the face. That is going to clock Buddy Murphy. And now just continuing to work on the face and head of Murphy by stomping down on him, putting those kicks to the face of Murphy and that big drop kick. Oh, Sane is calling for that running knee. That running knee to the face. Oh, there you go. That's got to be it. Buddy Murphy has got to be out of it right now. And that is the full stop on this match. The fairy tale ending. That is an ending for Murphy. 2, 3. DIY Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano picking a big victory here tonight in the path to SummerSlam. My goodness. What a good match here tonight from these two. Ciampa continuing to prove that he is the #1 contender and he deserves that championship opportunity. And you can see, despite the few issues between Gargano and Ciampa at Extreme Rules, they seem back on the same page here tonight. But Murphy picking up another loss for the Church. You have to wonder how Rollins is going to feel about that one here tonight. Of course, we have seen him punish Murphy before, dropping him with a curb stomp. Revolution near another curb stomp. The punishment that Seth Rollins wanted to give to Buddy Murphy. I'm sure Rollins isn't happy, but tonight, Rollins, doesn't matter. Ciampa and Gargano standing tall, and is this going to be the sight at SummerSlam? You never know. But wait a second. Rollins back in the ring with Buddy Murphy, having some words with him, not being happy. Buddy say no. I don't think you get to say no to Seth Rollins, to your personal Jesus, Murphy. I don't think that's what you get. Curb stomp. Revolution knee. This is just too much. This is not okay. And now he's telling Harper to go in there and give a punishment to Murphy as well. My goodness, this is not okay. How can Murphy still be a part of this? After these brutal beatdowns, these punishments. This is not okay. This is not what should be happening. Rollins getting back in the ring once again. He's going for that Revolution knee once more. My goodness. Well, that's another punishment dished out to Murphy from Seth Rollins. Oh. But now, onto our main event here tonight. Championship match. Intercontinental Championship on the line.
WWE Intercontinental Championship.
And like I said earlier, we will go through this again. It was the fatal four-way match at Extreme Rules. Braun Strowman, Matt Riddle, the former champion Chad Gable, and the new champion EC3. But that match did end in controversy. It ended with a double pinfall. EC3 pinning. Wait a second. EC3 not wanting to wait. He wants to get this match underway. Probably not the best idea against Braun Strowman, to be honest. Braun Strowman, human wrecking ball of a man. Not the best idea in the slightest. But yes, double pinfall. It was a double pinfall. EC3 was pinning Matt Riddle, I believe, and Braun Strowman was pinning Chad Gable, and the 3 was counted, but both men had their shoulders down. No one kicked out, but the referee was counting EC3's pinfall, so that is why EC3 is the current Intercontinental Champion. But Shane O'Mac made this match as soon as it happened to go and make sure that we had a fair outcome here. And now it's just a one-on-one between these two matches to determine who is the true Intercontinental Champion. The EC3 trying to go for that cheap early attack, and to be fair, it's working better than I expected for him, but trying to get a cheap attack on Braun Strowman, never really the best idea. Strowman with those huge power moves, And EC3, yeah, run away EC3. I thought he was going to try and run to the ring, but no, he ran back to Braun Strowman. Silly man. Silly, silly man. Although, driving the head of Strowman into that LEDs. My goodness. Of course, that walkway is a lot tougher than it looks. It is made of steel and it also has those LEDs on the side. It is not... You wouldn't want to have your head driven into it, trust me. I can tell you that much. These two men trying to make their way back to the ring now, it looks like. Yes, they are. Strowman chucking EC3 into the ring. Oh, not just yet though. Oh, slamming him onto that ring apron. Trying to do some damage to the ribs of EC3. A clever idea from Braun Strowman, who now standing tall. It's a very clever idea indeed. And now the match finally underway. The bell has rung. And it is official for the Intercontinental Championship. EC3 Strowman, who will become the true Intercontinental Champion here tonight. Obviously, earlier in the night, we did see Chad Gable, the former IC Champion, getting very angry and having a bit of discussion with the coach. And then, well, doing what he always does, hitting him in the balls, taking down the coach, and I get the feeling that that is now over between those two. Chad Gable moving on his own path now, getting away from the coach after losing his Intercontinental Championship at Extreme Rules. Braun Strowman on top rope is not what you usually see. Oh, a monster splash. It's not a frog splash, it's a monster splash from Braun Strowman. My goodness. Strowman really dominating EC3 right now. Oh, that height, the dropping him from such height. Of course, you have to remember, EC3 does have a victory over Braun Strowman. He has beaten, this is a rematch. We have had this match before. 1, 2, only a 2 count there for Strowman, very close indeed. Strowman thinking it was all over. But EC3 did win that match, and sure, there was interference from Chad Gable and the coach. But EC3 still hit that top 1%er, taking out Braun Strowman and getting the pin. 1, 2, 3, middle of the ring. Oh, clocking him with that big left hand from Braun Strowman and cutting open EC3, it looks like. My goodness. Strowman just taking it to EC3 right now, and there you go. That's got to be at the running power slam, and EC3's got to be done. Ooh. EC3 is a lucky man. That's all I can say after that one. Having his feet just under the ropes, that is very, very lucky from EC3. EC3 now trying to confuse Braun Strowman, I think, going in and out, trying to confuse him. Big punch to the face there from EC3, taking Strowman off of the apron. EC3 trying to change the momentum right now. He has taken a beating in this match. Ever since they got in the ring, it has been all Braun Strowman. He has really been taking it to EC3. Lots of big power bombs, power slams. It has not been pleasant viewing. EC3 now kicks to the side, kicks to the legs of Braun Strowman, now throwing him into that LED ring corner, I guess. I couldn't think what they were called right then. And now Strowman managed to reverse, throwing EC3 into the apron. Needing to get back in the ring, of course. If we have a count out, EC3 will still be your Intercontinental Champion. He does have championship advantage in this, even though he isn't necessarily the true Intercontinental Champion. He still has the advantage. He goes into this as IC Champion. EC3, wait a second. Oh, taking down Braun Strowman with that big move. EC3 finally getting himself back into this. 1, 2, not even a 2 count, only a 1. Oh my goodness, it's going to take a lot more to take Braun Strowman off his feet, it looks like. A big knee to the face of Strowman. Probably a good idea from EC3 not going for his finisher right now, just trying to do some more damage to Strowman. Kicking out with just the 1, that's a big statement from Strowman. EC3 needs to do a lot more damage to be able to beat him here tonight if he stands a chance of beating him. Strowman though grabbing EC3 once again. Where is he thinking of taking him over towards the ropes? But EC3, knowing what was coming, getting the reverse, getting those elbows to the gut of Braun Strowman. All the strength of EC3. Oh my goodness. Turning it into a big cutter. The strength of EC3 to be able to do that to Strowman. 1, 2. Oh, Strowman still in this. Somehow Braun Strowman's still in this match. Unbelievable stuff there from Braun Strowman, managing to kick out of that. That cutter from a fireman's carry position. And the top 1%. Is that it? No, it's not. That wasn't. I take it back. That wasn't the top 1%. That was just the DDT. I thought he'd gone for that top 1%, but it was not. I just caught it out the corner of my eye. Misunderstood what the move was. Just a big DDT into the floor onto Strowman. EC3 really managing to pull this back onto his side now. Can EC3 get the upset? Beating the monster here tonight, but just chopped Braun, and Braun just did not give a damn. He just ate that chop up. Throwing him into those steel steps. And now EC3 getting Strowman back up to his feet, trying to get him back in the ring, I have to imagine. But Strowman reversing a big headbutt from Strowman and taking EC3 off his feet. We're up to a 7 count right now, almost an 8 count. The referee, for some reason, appears to have stopped counting. Not to an 8 count. Braun Strowman back in the ring, showing some leniency there was the referee. That was a very long time between his 7 and 8 count. EC3, oh, he threw Strowman into those ropes, but Strowman came straight back and just knocked EC3 off his feet. By saying Strowman, I thought he was going for a chokeslam, but not. Instead, just holding EC3 in position and going for that big punch to the stomach of EC3, trying to wind him, trying to take the air out of his lungs. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, EC3. Can EC3 do it? Is this it? Is this it? 1, 2, 3. EC3 has pinned Braun Strowman for a second time here in Universe Mode. And he is still the Intercontinental Champion. And now there is no question to his name. He is the true and deserving IC Champion, beating Braun Strowman here tonight. My goodness, big moves from EC3 here. I thought that was Braun Strowman's match. If Braun had been a bit more aware when he did that running power slam, if he just made sure EC3's feet weren't under the ropes, he would have won. That was his match to win, but EC3 was under the ropes, and that allowed EC3 to be able to come back into this match and be able to pin Braun Strowman. 1, 2, 3, middle of the ring, the Intercontinental Champion EC3. Who will his next challenger be? We will have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.